This is a presentation of Magnitude Sports.
And he's going to get that base hit. Landon Donner is going to round third. They're going to send him, and the throw's coming in. It's not going to be in time, and he slides in head first for the win. Now, looks to be that one's hit well to left field, and it might have a chance, and it is gone. It is a two-run home run for Andy Mock. And the Stars are on the board. It's 2-0.
And now, the cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
All right, welcome back to the Birdcage here on this Saturday late morning. We'll head into the early afternoon here. It is a warm one here in the press box. It's a warm one outside. We got partly cloudy skies and 82 degrees, and we got The Weeknd playing in the background there. I like that song. I think we're good on the crowd mic for now. They're not playing it too loudly, so... once again, this is DePere post. Actually, I don't know what post number they are, so we're just going to go with DePere. And we'll take a commercial break here as I got somebody asking me a question. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back here to the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, as the coaches for DePere and Fargo Post 400 are at the home plate. Meeting with the umpires, shaking hands, exchanging lineups. Once again, partly cloudy and 82 as we reach the end of the official end of morning here in about 15 minutes or so. 82, we might see 84, 86 by the time this game is over. They expect to climb quickly here. This game originally scheduled for 4 o'clock. They bumped it ahead to 11:30, and we hope that you got the tweets, because I know when we went off the air last night, we said we'd be here at 4 o'clock, and then about 30 seconds after we went off the air, they made an announcement that the game was going to be pushed up to 11:30, and we were already off the air, so we couldn't share that. But the reason for that is the hour-by-hour forecast looks to have thunderstorms 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight, 9 o'clock, all the way up into the 11 o'clock hour. So they will push this one ahead and try and beat out the thunderstorms. We'll put it that way.
Keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under victory. Keep a sound soul, any mind, nothing God. And we'll stay to the end.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and face the flag to honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, and we'll be back in a few moments.
Magnitude Sports has delivered over 1,000 broadcasts capturing all fourth quarter comebacks, walk-off home runs, buzzer beaters, 62-point volleyball sets, and double overtime victories. The excitement is on Magnitude Sports. Over 150 teams from 5 states and 2 countries have been featured on Magnitude Sports at both the varsity and sub-varsity levels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and select your alert preference so you never have to miss that big moment from your favorite area sports team. Find us on Facebook and Twitter too. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back here to the Birdcage at Sioux Falls Stadium in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. DePere, from the state champions from Wisconsin, taking on the runners-up from North Dakota, the Post 400 Stars. But don't let that runner-up status fool you here. The Stars are playing some fantastic baseball in this tournament, and they have not lost yet. They would knock off Renner last night in the Battle of Undefeateds, and now they get the Wisconsin state champion DePere, who had a win over Sioux Falls East yesterday. And in the game earlier today between Hopkins and Renner, it was a close one. Jake Perry would get the save as he would strike out the Renner batter in the bottom of the 7th with the tying run on second. And that would end the game, and Hopkins would hold on for a 5-4 victory. So what that means is that Hopkins will play at 12:30 tomorrow against one of these 2 teams here. If Post 400 wins this game, DePere would be eliminated from the championship, or from the tournament, excuse me, and then it would be Post 400 versus Hopkins in the state title game, and Hopkins would have to win. Hopkins would have to defeat the Stars twice to win the title, while the Stars would only have to win once. If DePere wins this game, then DePere will play Hopkins tomorrow at 12:30, and then the winner of DePere Hopkins would play the Post 400 Stars in the championship, and then only one game would have to be played, since it's double elimination, and in that scenario all teams would have one loss. Then the winner of that game would be the winner of the tournament, and they will find themselves packing suitcases for Shelby, North Carolina. So we'll see we'll see how this one shakes out. One game at a time, one pitch at a time has been the mentality here. Talking to some of the Post 400 coaches and parents and players and all that good stuff, and I'm sure that is the mentality for the teams that go up against Post 400 in this tournament as well. And if it's not, then maybe that's a policy that they will adapt. I guess I can't say for sure. So let's go over the starting lineups, your batting lineup here for the visitors on the scoreboard. The Fargo Post 400 Stars, top of the order, batting 1, 2, and 3. Right fielder Oliver Luck, shortstop Easton Rarick, second baseman Kobe Sen. Middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Center fielder Colton Almy, left fielder Caden Graff, first baseman Andy Mock. And the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9 batters are the catcher Tate Gustafson, the third baseman Eli Mock, and the designated hitter Jackson Byswinger. Jacob Jaroszewski will be starting on the mound here for the Post 400 Stars, and he will not be batting. For DePere out of Wisconsin, it will be like this. Batters 1, 2, and 3. The center fielder Josh Brood, the shortstop Austin Litz, the catcher Caden Kosobucky, and then the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 will be the right fielder Garrett Futh, the left fielder Bennett Spaeth, the pitcher Wyatt Fisher. In the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 will be the second baseman Benji Henke, third baseman Luke Brossig, and the first baseman Miles Jensen. And I want to say thanks to the DePere fan that I was able to track down, and he was very happy to let me sit down beside him for a couple minutes and go over these names for DePere to make sure that I pronounce them correctly. So If I did get one wrong, feel free to chime in on our chat, DePere fans, and let me know. Guide me in the right direction. I'll make the mental note going forward. We'll get those names right for you. That much I can guarantee you, though. So once again, subscribe, like, follow to the channel if you'd be so kind to do so. I'd certainly appreciate that. We are ready to go here as once again warming up on the mound for DePere is Wyatt Fisher. And defensively, it's Caden Casalbanqui behind the plate catching. And then around the bases, Miles Jensen at first, Benji Henke at second, Austin Litz at short, Luke Brossig at third, And then in left field, you got Bennett Spaeth, Josh Brood in center, and Garrett Foth in right field. Garrett Foth wears jerseys 12 and 19. Today, he is wearing jersey number 12, from what I understand. As I look out in right field, that would be the case. So at least that appears to be the case anyway. All right, well, first pitch is just moments away. We're going to take a very quick timeout, bring you back here in just a moment with the first pitch of this game.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, it'll start with Oliver Locke here as we'll get things rolling. Looks like 11:52 will be the first pitch time. That's only 2 minutes past the time they thought they would get started at here. And we are underway as that pitch comes in for a strike here to Oliver Locke, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 delivery. And this one smack towards first. Running up on is Jensen. Jensen will flip it back to Fisher. 3-1 on the ground out. And that's one away here for the Stars, bringing up Easton Rarick. So once again, two blue teams here. DePere in the blue with white pants, and Fargo Post 400 in the blue with gray pants. It's probably the best way to determine who's who out there. And it looks like it's going to be back-to-back groundouts here, and back-to-back, instead of a 3-1, it's a 1-3 this time. So Rarick will ground out right back to the pitcher for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here for the Stars, and that brings up Kobe Sen.
After this, second baseman number 10, Kobe Sen.
Wind up in the delivery, and Sen will see that pitch hit the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Once again, Mike Mason alongside Janice helping us out on graphics and scoreboard. We certainly appreciate her efforts. No runners on, 2 away, pitch outside, counts even, 1-1. And we certainly appreciate you tuning in to this game as well. Want to say hi to Greg and Christina. And that one's popped up and fouled away. Christina, thank you very much. Futh. I think I got it right. Foth. Okay, Foth it is, unless you tell me I got it wrong. No balls, 2 strikes. That one's lifted up left field. And going back to make the catch is Bennett Spaeth. And that will retire the Stars here in the top of the first. No score after a half an inning, and DePere comes up to bat when we return after the break here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. Go Promo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. We're ready to go for the bottom half of the first. It's Jake Jaroszewski on the mound. And I forgot to enter him into my scorebook here, so let me do that really quick. And if Josh Brood wants to take his time coming up to the plate, that'd be great, because then I can get him entered into my scorebook. Done. All right. That seemed to take longer than I expected it to. So, and perfect timing. Thank you, Josh, for waiting a little bit. And now we move into the bottom of the first inning of play. And it's Josh Brood leading things off here for DePere. He'll be followed by Austin Litz and Caden Kosobunki. And the first pitch here from Jaroszewski is a little high for a ball. 1-0 here to Josh Brood. Once again, whether you're tuning in from Fargo or tuning in from somewhere in the DePere, Wisconsin area, we appreciate you tuning in, and we encourage you to cheer on your team. Just keep it friendly, keep sportsmanship in mind, and if things get nasty, we will shut off the chat. I'm not afraid to do that. It takes 2 clicks of the mouse to make it happen, so just be nice to each other. That's all we ask. There's, I believe he missed it for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike pending that pitch, and it did come across as a ball. So 2-1 the count now here to Josh Brood. And Jaroszewski deals. Swing, tap, foul, and the count moved to 2-2. Once again, we have that morning air conditioner, as we have in all of our morning games. We don't have it in any of the evening games, so we'll do our best to filter that one out. But as I've watched some of the games from the previous broadcasts we've done, it hasn't been a huge distraction, at least in my humble opinion, based upon watching 1,500 broadcasts and setting up equipment 1,500 times. So full count here, 3-2. And this one's going to be popped up. Backpedaling is Easton Rarick. He'll drop for a hit. Coming in is Caden Graff. He'll pick it up, and that puts Brood on base with a single and brings up Austin Litz. So the first hit of the game comes 6 minutes in. Puts Brood on base, runner on, and that, like I said, Austin Litz up to the plate now here for DePere.
Shortstop number 2, Austin Litz.
That one smoked right up the middle. It's batted down and deflected by Easton Rarick. And now heading into third, the throw's coming in, and it won't be in time. And now the throw won't be made back over to first. And now DePere has runners on the corners here with nobody out. And they are threatening to score first here in this game. DePere got here, falling on opening day 4-1 to Renner. They would bounce back with a win over Osseo, 6-5. A game that they were down 5-3 at one point, and they would respond and answer and pick up that 1-run win. They would move on to Friday to play Sioux Falls East, and they would knock them off by the final score of 6-1, and that brings them into today's game here against Fargo Post 400. That one's deep to the wall, and it is a home run. Austin Litz sends it over the left field wall. It is approximately 320 to that left field wall, and he got it about 320 feet and 4 inches. And it results in a 3-run blast to left. And they got a 3-run homer yesterday to right field to start the scoring against Sioux Falls East. So we'll see if that pattern continues here in this game. And Jaroszewski delivers a strike. Checking the jersey number, make sure I got it right. Garrett Foth, the batter. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here to Garrett Foth. And he'll reach, send it up towards right field. Coming in there is Oliver Luck. He makes the grab, and that's 1 away here for DePere. Want to say hi to Daryl. Thanks for tuning in, Daryl. Appreciate it. So Foth with the fly out to Luck. Brings up the next batter here for DePere, Bennett Spaeth. And the pitch comes in for a strike to Spaeth, and it snowballs 1 strike. Wyatt Fisher is on deck with 1 away. We'll see him for sure. And then maybe, or maybe not, Benji Henke, who'd be batter 7 in the lineup. Right now, Spaeth representing batter 5 in the lineup, and he takes a strike, and it's 0-2 with 1 away. Big pitch coming up here for Jaroszewski. They would love to get that second out with no runners on. And Jaroszewski will send it outside for a ball, 1-2. Jaroszewski came in relief in the 3rd inning against Sioux Falls East. Then the game got suspended. He only threw 10 pitches in that game. And due to the appearance rule of no more than 2 appearances in 3 consecutive days, he was not able to continue that game when it was resumed that following morning, even though he had only tossed 10 pitches at that point. And now he's back after his, quote, 3 days are up, I guess you could say. And there is another base hit, and that is Bennett Spaeth. So DePere already with 4 hits. And they have a runner on first. Now clear the count here for Wyatt Fisher. So quick start here for DePere. We'll see if that 3-run homer holds up. 11 minutes into the game. This is the first time in the tournament that the Post 400 Stars have trailed in a game. They've always either been in the lead or the opposing team has come back to tie it. But this is the first time that they have trailed in a game in this tournament. 2 balls, no strikes here to Wyatt Fisher. Jaroszewski will step off. They'll force Spaeth to touch up on the first base bag. Once again, if the Stars win this game, they'll play Hopkins in the state, or in the, not the state championship, but the Central Plains championship. And Hopkins would have to defeat the Stars twice. If DePere wins this game, then DePere will play at 12:30 tomorrow against Hopkins, and then the winner of DePere-Hopkins would play the Stars in a single championship game at approximately 3:30 tomorrow. Now we'll see if they bounce those times up or not. I haven't seen the forecast for tomorrow. I've only seen it for today. Three balls, 1 strike. And swing and a miss, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 payoff, got him swinging. He goes down, that is out number 2, and that brings up Benji Henke.
second base number 4, Benji Hankey.
Once again, around the bases here, as we haven't done that yet for the Stars, so we'll do that here after this pitch from Jaroszewski. Tate Gustafson catching. And the pitch will bounce away, and that will allow Spaeth to move up to second base. One and oh here now to Hankey. So around the bases, you have Andy Mock at first, Kobe Sen at second, Easton Rarick the shortstop, Eli Mock at third. And then in the outfield, Caden Graff in left, Oliver Luckton right. Center field is Colton Almy. This pitch will go into the dirt. Now it's 2 balls and no strikes here to Hankey. As I peek at the post 400 dugout, they have a couple of coaches right on the edge of the fence. And they've been, I used this word earlier in the tournament, but they've been patiently aggressive when it comes to their pitching. If they see their pitcher struggling, they will probably take him out sooner than later. And that one will fall for a hit, and that will score a run. And DePere takes a 4-0 lead. So 4-0 now brings up Luke Brosick. Brosick, excuse me. And here comes the coach. As I said, they've been patiently aggressive with their pitching staff here, and we'll see if it's just a conversation or if it is going to be the end of the day here for Jaroszewski. My hunch says it's going to be a conversation, but we'll see if my hunch is correct or not. Usually he'll be like, hey, do you think you can do this? And he'll say yes or no. And then if he says yes, they'll walk away. If he says no, then he'll wave to the bullpen and bring somebody in. And, you know, even though it kind of looks like he's being mean, but he's not. Trust me. He's a very positive guy. And I'm sure that at the end of that, there was a smile as they were talking things over here as they're down 4-0, not 5-0. And they have 5 hits and not 6. So Bennett Space scores to make it 5-0. And Hankey, the lone runner on second right now here for DePere. 17 minutes into the ball game here, and Jaroszewski with 1 ball, no strike against Brosig will deal. And he'll try and hit the inside edge, but miss, and it's 2-0. And as I look over into deep right field, the Stars do have a pitcher in the bullpen warming up. I can't see who it is because of the way the layout is along right field with these seats. I can't get a good look into the bullpen, but I do see a blue hat and a ball going back and forth. So they do have somebody warming up in the bullpen here. 2 balls and a strike, and if Jaroszewski can't get it together here pretty soon, we'll find out who that pitcher warming up is. And this one is going to be hot to third. Eli Mock over to Andy Mock. They got it. That's an out, and that will end the inning. So, after 1 complete, DePere leads 4-0 here over the post 400 Stars, and we'll see how the Stars bounce back in the second when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, welcome back. Wyatt Fisher on the mound here, warming up as DePere gets out to a 4-0 lead. 3 of those runs coming off one swing of the bat on a 3-run homer by Caden Kosobucky. And that would put the DePere up 3-0. They would get one more when Bennett Spaeth would score on a Henke RBI. And that is the story of the game up to this point. And now it'll be up to Colton Olney, Caden Graff, and Andy Mott, batters 4, 5, and 6, to see if they can chip away at that 4-0 deficit. Like I said, this is the first time the Stars have trailed in this tournament. So this is the style of baseball they are not particularly used to. And here comes the pitch from Fisher. And that one will be chopped out towards the shortstop and fired over and got there in time. So Almy will ground out to Litz on the 6-3 as Litz fires it over to Jensen for the out, and that's 1 up, 1 down, or 4 up, 4 down for the Stars here in this game so far, and Caden Graff will try and change that. Pitch will hit the edge for a strike. Excellent pitch there by Fisher. And it's 0-1. The windup and the delivery, and the 0-1 is fair. The first baseman, Jensen, dived for it, but couldn't hang on to it. And as a result, the ball would pop out of his glove. It would drift a little bit into foul territory there, but it drifted just enough to allow Caden Graff to reach base on a, we'll call it a hit, a base hit. So a runner on here, now Andy Mock, the batter. And Mock will see that pitch come inside and low for a ball, 1-0. They'll try the pickoff attempt there and Graff at first. No success. Once again, 1 ball, no strikes to the batter, Andy Mock. Tate Gustafson moves into the on-deck circle here for the Stars. And the pitch from Fisher. And Mock will deliver that right towards Litz to second. Now over to first. They got, no, he's safe. He's safe at first. So they get the lead runner, Caden Graff. Mock reaches on a fielder's choice. And that brings up Tate Gustafson now.
The catcher, number 3, Tate Gustafson.
Gustafson likes center and right field, according to his spray chart here this season on Magnitude Sports. Takes the first pitch for a strike. 2 away, runner on first, Andy Mott, Gustafson the batter, and the pitch from Fisher is into the glove of Kosobucky, and it misses for a ball, and that moves the count to 1-1. Kosobucky responsible for 3 of the 4 runs on the board for DePere as he hit that 3-run homer about 4 inches further than needed. Like I said, it's about 320-ish. To left field there, and he sent that ball about 320 and 4 inches. He just barely got it over the wall. This one fouled off into the stands off the first base side, and they'll remain 2-2. Two pitch from Fisher is going to hit the edge, and Gustafson goes down looking. And that ends the inning. They strand a runner on base, and they get no runs across. And it remains 4-0, and DePere's up to bat with batters 9, 1, and 2. Miles Jensen Josh Brood and Austin Litz when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
All right, new pitcher on the mound here for the Post 400 Stars. It's Jacob Top, who'll be taking over here for Jaroszewski, who threw 30 pitches, 18 strikes, 12 balls, according to my numbers unofficially. And now 25 minutes into the ball game, we move to the bottom of the second, and we'll see how Jacob Top does against the 9-1 and 2 batters. It's Miles Jensen, Josh Brood, and Austin Litz who'll be batting here as Top continues to take his warm-ups here. Top played on the Post 400 Comets the last couple seasons, and then they moved him right up to the Stars after some impressive play over last season. And I don't think, a matter of fact, I talked to his dad last night, and if I understood what he said correctly, he's never played a game for the Astros. So he just went from the Comets to the Stars, skipping the Astros, and they like what they see, and he's going to get a chance here in the regional tournament to throw some pitches and see if he can get the Post 400 Stars back into this game, as they will try and chip away at the 4-0 deficit. But first they have to play a little defense here, as DePere will try and add to that 4-0 lead here in the bottom half of the second. Once again, it's Miles Jensen, the batter. And the first pitch from Top is fouled off for a strike, 0-1. Four runs on 5 hits, no errors committed. DePere left 1 on base in the bottom half of the first. No runs on 1 hit, no errors committed, and left 1 on base for Post 400 through 2 innings of play, or 2 innings of at-bat, I should say. You could say 1.5. That one got away from Top. It'll float outside for a ball, and that will even up the count. Or no, it won't. There'll be one ball, 2 strikes. Scoreboard operator in the outfield was a lot quicker than I thought he was by putting that ball up there. And there's another one. That'll go, and now the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Top with the 2-2. Can he get a K here? Yes, he can. He goes down swinging. And I'll bring up Josh Brood. 1 for 1. Singled to left field last time he was at the plate. And so far, so good for Jacob Top. 5 pitches. And he gets a strikeout. That puts 1 down here for DePere in the bottom half of 2. And Josh Brood, as we return to the top of the order, Two balls and no strikes to Brood. He's 1 for 1. Singled to left field last time he was at the plate. And the 2-0. That's in for a strike. Nice pitch there by Jacob Top. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. And the 2-2 pitch. Got him looking. And he's faced 2 batters and he has 2 strikeouts. So, Austin Litz will try his luck here against Jacob Top now. As we reach the 30-minute mark of this ball game. And that one was a nice breaking ball to the inside. It sunk over the plate for a strike, and it's 0-1. And Top delivers on the 0-1. That one's going to be sent to left field. And making the catch there is Caden Graff. And DePere goes down 1-2-3 on 2 strikeouts by Jacob Top and a fly out to Caden Graff in left. And their score remains 4-0 here in favor of DePere. Now the Stars are up to bat. And due up here for post 400 will be Eli Mock, Jackson Byswinger, Oliver Locke, batters 8, 9, and 1 when we return after the break.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. Top of the third, Eli Mock. Number 35 on deck there to the lower right of your screen as he starts to walk up to the plate, and he'll face off against pitch 18 from Wyatt Fisher as we move into the top of the 3rd inning now. All 4 runs scored in the bottom half of the 1st. And Eli Mock has had a couple of deep hits in this tournament. Looks like he's going to potentially ground out here, and he will. Litz to Jensen on the 6-3. That's 1 up, 1 down for the Stars, bringing up Jackson Byswinger.
Now batting for Fargo, designated hitter number 13, Jackson Byswinger.
And the pitch is outside for a ball to Byswinger. 1-0 the count. Oliver Locke is on deck with 1 away, and that will flip it back to the top of the order here for the post 400 Stars. To the best of my knowledge, there's no nickname for DePere. And the font on the program, I can't tell if it's a Roman numeral or if it's a actual number. So it's either post 2 or post 11. That was, and I went and asked, and he's like, I don't know either. And that was when I was talking to one of the DePere parents. I didn't ask him that question because I didn't think I was going to have an issue with it. But pitch is a little high, and that moves the count to 2 balls and a strike. 3 balls and a strike, excuse me. And there's a strike 2. Byswinger thought he was walked, but instead the count will move to full now. Swing and a miss. Byswinger goes down on strikes, and that brings up the top of the order, Oliver Locke. That's the 2nd strikeout of the game now here for Wyatt Fisher.
Now batting, top of the order, right field number 6, Oliver Locke.
Oliver Lott 0 for 1, grounded out on a 3-1 throw out as the first baseman would flip it back to the pitcher to get lucked out. Last time he was at the plate. Pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0. And this pitch will be popped up and it will drop for an infield hit. It's not scooped up. I believe it'll be an infield hit. We'll see how they charge that on the scoreboard here. They will put it up as an infield hit. So the second hit of the game here for the Stars puts Oliver locked on base, bringing up Easton Rarick. A little blooper just over the pitcher's head. And the shortstop and the second baseman were not able to be in a position to grab that one. And then when Litz came in and tried to grab it off the ground, he would not make the grab successfully. And as a result, Locke reaches on a very uncommon infield hit. We'll put it that way. And we'll see if they can keep it going here with 2 hits. And number 2, Easton Rarick, fouls it away for strike 1. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to Fisher on a 1-3. Right back to the pitcher. On deck is Kobe Sen. And the runner goes. And they tried to pick him off at first. And now they'll throw it up to second. Safe at second. Luck gets on the head first slide. And now the Stars have a runner into scoring position here, but there is 2 outs on the board. No pitch to Rarick. It remains 0-1 on the count. That was a close call. I thought for a moment he was going to get tagged out, but the umpire there called him safe. And now Rarick's going to try and drop one between left and center. He won't do so. Josh Brood will make the catch, and that will retire the Stars, leaving that runner stranded on second. So it remains 4-0 with DePere coming up to bat here in the bottom of the third when we return after the break here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. 4-0 lead here for DePere. And it'll start off with batters 3, 4, and 5. Caden Kosobucky, who hit that 3-run homer last time he was up, will now see what he can do against Jacob Top. Top, when he came in the bottom half of 2, sent DePere down 1-2-3 on 2 strikeouts and a flyout to left. And so far, so good for Post 400 as far as the pitching is concerned. Now they got to concern themselves with that 4-0 deficit that they're facing right now. See if they can climb their way out of that hole. It won't be an easy one here. We got the Wisconsin state champions trying to prevent that from happening. Post 400, though, has knocked off the Minnesota runner-up, the Minnesota state champion, and the South Dakota state champion in this tournament. Can they knock off one more state champion? They're in the title game, win or lose. The only thing that this game would be beneficial for the Stars is if they can win it, then they would have to be beaten twice in that title game. If they lose this game, then they only have to be beaten once in the title game. And DePere would love to stay alive, and maybe if they do win this game and then defeat Hopkins, then you're seeing a preview of the potential state champ or the regional championship game right here. 1 ball and 2 strikes after that fouled away pitch now. And this one up the middle there. Sen picks it up, fires it over. Sen DeMott 4-3, and that is 1 out. Kosobacki grounds out to second. And stepping up to the plate now here for DePere is Garrett Foe. Batter 4 in the lineup. Top now has retired all 4 batters that he's seen so far. And this one grounded out to second again. Sen will scoop it up, fire it over, and it's a 2 outs. Back-to-back ground outs to second. And now Bennett Spaeth will try and keep the inning going here for DePere, as there's 2 away in the bottom half of the third, leading 4-0 on a 3-run homer by Kosobacki to get the scoring starting. So he'd send it over the left field wall. Jarashevsky would get a meeting to the mound. They would talk things over. He would be allowed to finish the inning, and then they'd bring in Jacob Top. And, well, no batters have reached base since Jacob Top has come into this game. We'll see if Spaeth can break that habit. And the pitch comes in for a strike. Spaeth singled to shallow right field last time he was at the plate. And it's 0-1 now here to Spaeth. As Top will lean in from the stretch, get the signal from Gustafson and deal. And that one will not break. It'll stay to the outside and it'll be a ball. 1-1 the count. And this will be pitch number 20 for Jacob Top now, according to my numbers. 6 balls, 13 strikes thrown. And this one fouled off to the third base side. Good for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6 balls, 14 strikes, 20 pitches, according to my numbers for Jacob Top. And that one's going to be popped up. Kobe Sen is there. And he will get underneath it, make the grab, and that retires DePere here in the inning. 4-0, DePere with the lead as we move to the 4th. And the Post 400 Stars will bring the bat. Batters 3, 4, and 5. It'll be the second baseman, Kobe Sen, then Colton Almy and Caden Graff after the break.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. It's Fisher and Kosobacki. Get ready to go here in the top half of the 4th, and the Stars will bring Kobe Sen, Colton Almy, and Caden Graff to the plate. It's batters 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. Sen flied out to left field last time he was at the plate, and Fisher will send the pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-0 now here to Kobe Sen. Next pitch here will be pitch 30, according to my numbers here for Fisher. And he's got a ball, too, against Kobe Sen. So on 30 pitches, 20 strikes and 10 balls, according to my numbers, unofficially. 44 minutes into the ball game, and a 4-0 lead here for DePere in the top of the fourth. And the pitch comes in low for ball 3, and we'll see if Fisher can cash in his free strike coupon here on the 3-0 count, because I can guarantee you Kobe Sen will not be swinging on this one. And he'll walk him. Be outside. Colton Almy grounded out to Litz, the shortstop, last time he was at the plate. Will step in and dig into the batter's box now.
Center field number 16, Colton Almy.
So Sen will get a lead off on first here. And the pitch to Almy is inside for a strike. Nice pitch there by Fisher, trying to hit the inside edge of the plate, and he did so successfully. This is the first time the Stars have had a runner on base with nobody out in this game, just to clarify. No balls, 2 strikes, the count now to Colton Almy. On deck is Caden Graff. And Graff will chop it towards Litz. To second. Now the throw to first will not be made. Sen gets out on the force out. Almy reaches on a fielder's choice. And I bring up Caden Graff with Colton Almy on base. And Graff will pop it up. Looks like Henke might have a chance at it, and he will. And that's 2 away. And now Andy Mock will have a chance to keep this inning going with a runner on first. As Graff pops out, Graff had that single off that was ricocheted into foul territory off the glove of Jensen last time he was up. Now he pops out to second. Almy remains on first. Andy Mock, who reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate, will send this one to center field, and looks like Brood will have the catch easily, and that retires the Stars here in the fourth. We'll go to the bottom half of the fourth here with DePere batting, and we'll tell you the lineup when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. We move now into the bottom half of the fourth inning, with DePere leading 4-0 over the Post 400 Stars. 7 hits in the game. And up to this point, Post 400 has left 3 runners on base, and DePere has left only 1 runner on base up through 3 innings of, or 3.5 innings of play. And now it'll be batters 6, 7, and 8 for DePere. It'll be Wyatt Fisher, Benji Henke, and Luke Brosig to bat here in the home half of the fourth.
Coming to the plate, the pitcher number 10, Wyatt Fisher.
Wyatt Fisher struck out last time he was at the plate. And that pitch is a little high, and it's good for ball 1 here to Fisher. Once again, around the bases here for the Stars. Mock first, Sen second, Rarick short, Eli Mock third, Gustafson catching, Jacob Top on the mound as the pitch comes inside and high for ball 2. Graff in left, Luck in right, and Almy in straightaway center field. 2 balls and no strikes to the batter, Wyatt Fisher. His top leans in, winds and deals, and that one will hit him. That one sounded like it hurt. I believe it hit him right in the back shoulder blade. And obviously not intentional there, but they'll come out and check up on him, and we'll see if we have a base runner or not. We'll take a timeout and give you an update when we return.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, so they were asking him questions just to make sure that he was okay, and like I said, it hit him in the on your viewing screen there. It looked like it hit him in the back right shoulder blade area, and but after the conversation, now he's going to kneel down. But after the conversation at home plate, it seems like he answered the question successfully, so they allowed him to walk up to first, and now he's kneeling down again. And I have a suspicion that he may not be awarded the opportunity to run here for DePere. But whatever the case ends up being, we hope that he's okay and that it's nothing serious and that he'll be back to the game here sooner than later as Benji Henke steps up to the plate. And once again, I think Fisher thought he was okay. And apparently he proved it to the umpire and the medical staff and the coach as well. And then as he walked up to first base, I think he realized that he wasn't okay. And now he slowly trots up to first and kneels down. They talk to him once again. So like I said, I sincerely hope that it's nothing serious and that he'll just be able to sit down, get a breather, or even better, be allowed to run. We'll keep our eyes on him here as the fans will clap for him. And now we can return to action here. Henke, 1-for-1 with a single to right field. Swing and a miss. Strike one. And this one is going towards left, and it will bounce for a hit. And that will move Fisher up to second on the single by Henke, and Henke's 2 for 2 now. That's the first hit given up here by Top since he came in the second inning. Luke Brosig now 0-for-1, grounded out, and he will sneak this one into left field. Rounding third is Fisher, and he will come in and score, and it's now 5-0 in favor of DePere as Brosig will get the RBI single on a little slow-moving grounder into left field.
Now batting the first baseman, number 7, Miles Jensen.
So runners on first and second, excuse me, and it's a 5-0 lead here for DePere. And Miles Jensen is the batter and the pitch, and Jensen will pop this one up foul territory. Giving chase there is Andy Mock as well as Gustafson. And Gustafson somehow comes up with the catch, even though the two players nearly collided there. So Jensen will pop out into foul territory there, and runners will stay put. Josh Brood, 1 for 2, single and a strikeout looking last time he was at the plate. 2 runners on and a 5-0 lead with 1 away here in the bottom half of the 4th. And the pitch. And this one ripped to left field. And that will land for another single. Now load the bases. So, Brood with a single. That's another hit, and that's her 7th hit of the game.
Shortstop number 2, Austin Litz.
So Henke on third, Brosig on second, Brood on first, and Austin Litz 1 for 2, single and a fly out on his 2 trips to the plate. Single to center, fly out to left. Now Top has some work to do here to get out of a bases loaded jam with 1 out. Pitch will come in low for a ball. It's 1-0. And that pitch will miss. 2 balls, no strikes now here to Austin Litz. And that pitch will miss as well, and it's 3-0 now. And the coaches for Post 400 at their dugout there, kind of pacing right around that entrance there. And they'll walk them. It's a bases loaded walk to make the score 6-0. And that brings up Caden Kosobucky, who hit the 3-run homer to get the scoring started here.
Now batting the catcher number 1, Caden Kosobucky.
4 in the first, 2 so far here in the 4th for DePere. 6 runs on 8 hits, bases loaded with 1 away. If DePere scores another run, that might bring a visit to the mound here for the Stars. And that one comes inside, nearly, maybe a little too inside. That one looked a little close to hitting Kosobucky. He's 1 for 2, home run, and then the ground out. I believe it was the 2nd, if memory serves me correctly. And the pitch. And this one, line to left. That will score Luke Brosick, and it's 7-0. And Josh Brood comes in from second, rounding third, and it's 8-0. 4 in the first, 4 in the 4th, and DePere is breaking open this game. So that'll reset the count here for Garrett Foth, excuse me. And the pitch comes in for a strike as they turn the music off. We can turn our field mics back on again. So Kosobucky with a 2-run single moves Litz up to second. And Garrett Foth, 0 for 2, a fly out to right and a ground out to second. Takes the pitch for a strike, and it's 0-2 now. And he'll reach for it, foul it off, and it'll remain 0-2. And that pitch will come inside, and Top, after a couple of innings of strong pitching here, starting to even up that ball strike count. I got him, this will be his 40th pitch according to my numbers. Here on the 1-2 to Foth. And Foth past Eli Mock at third into left field. Rounding third is Austin Litz. He will score, and it's 9-0 here in favor of DePere. And if they score one more run, that'd put the 10-run rule into effect if they can hold on to that 10-run rule through 5 innings. Or at least through the top half of the 5th as we hit the 1 hour mark of the ball game now. So Kosobucky moves out to second. Now it's Garrett Foth on first, and the pitch in here to Spaeth is in for a ball, 1-0. Well, this is certainly not the type of game that we expected here. And this one will be popped up, and Kobe Sen will make the grab. I believe infield fly was called, so he would have been out regardless.
Now batting, the pitcher number 10, Wyatt Fisher.
Wyatt Fisher 0 for 1. This is the second time he's batted in this inning, as they have batted 9 now. And Fisher was the one who got hit by a pitch by Top last time he was at the plate. And that one will miss for a ball. Benji Henke is on deck. Ten hits in this ball game for DePere, and they've scored 9 runs off those 10 hits, and that is fouled away. Otherwise, that would have been hit 11, and it would have been 10-0. That was a nice swing there by Fisher, but it's fouled away, and the runners will have to go back to their original bases, and it moves the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls and a strike now. So we have an airplane coming over the field. Not as loud as the ones that went over the field in the previous days of this tournament, but and the 2-1. That one almost hit him again, and I keep looking over at that post 400 bench to see if they're going to make any movement here. They're not at the moment. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Wyatt Fisher. And he'll get a strike in there. Runner goes and popped up first base side, and he'll go out of play. So fouled away. Count will remain 3 balls, 2 strikes. Benji Henke is on deck if Wyatt Fisher can reach base. And that'll walk him, and now the bases are loaded for Benji Henke, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And this one gets past Eli Mock. Kosobucky will score. Foth will score. Rounding third is Fisher. He will score. Heading into third is Henke. And he's on with a 3-run triple. How about that? It is now 12-0 in favor of DePere, and they are just running away with this ball game. So assuming that DePere does not score again, as that will empty all the bases except for third, assuming that DePere doesn't score again, the Stars would have to score 3 in the top half of the next inning, otherwise the game would be over via the 10-run rule. So keep that in mind as we move forward here whenever this inning finishes. And it's now going to be 13-0, and now the Stars would have to score 4 as Brosick gets that RBI single into the gap in left center here, and the Stars are just going to have to shake this one off and see what they can do in the next game. It's going to take a big turnaround to keep the Stars in this game here. And now Eli Mock over to first, and the Mock-to-Mock connection ends the bottom of the 4th. They get a total of 9 runs across the plate here in the bottom half of the 4th, and it's 13-0 Stars. The Stars need 4 runs to force the bottom of the 5th. We'll see if they can do it when we return after this here.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back here to the Birdcage at Sioux Falls Stadium in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Home of the Sioux Falls Canaries of the American Association, and this weekend home to the 2021 Central Plains Regional Tournament. And the Stars have been very impressive up to this point in the tournament. Right now, that you would not think that would be an accurate way to describe their tournament appearance here, as they have fallen big here to DePere, 13-0 as we move into the top of the 5th. And the Stars, if they don't score at least 4, the game will come to an end. So Wyatt Fisher is still on the mound. I have him down for 37 pitches at the moment, 25 strikes, 12 balls. So there's a good chance that he could no, 31 is the one-day rest, so he will not be back tomorrow. Once again, the Stars need 4 to force the bottom of the 5th. They'll pop this one up. Litz is there, and 1 out. Eli Mock will have a chance now. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to Litz, the shortstop, last time he was at the plate. And that pitch will miss outside for a ball. It's a 1-0. And that one off to the right side of your viewing screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Jackson Byswinger. Mock and Byswinger, batters 8 and 9 in the lineup. If we can get that far, we might flip it back over to the top. Outside for a ball, 2-1. And that one comes in for a strike, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Scoreboard shows 1-2. It should be 2-2. Now the scoreboard shows 2-2, and that one's lifted up into right field. And Garrett Foth will make the catch, and that's 2 away. And DePere is 1 out away from playing Hopkins tomorrow at 12:30.
Designated hitter number 13, Jackson Beiswinger.
And the pitch inside here for ball 1 to Beiswinger. And now it's strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 46 pitches now for Fisher. And we'll see if he can win this game and stay under 50. According to my numbers, he has 4 pitches until he hits 50. And this one, chopped foul. He's at 47 now. So the count will remain where it's at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Once again, on deck is Oliver Luck if Beiswinger can reach base. 2 away in the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and DePere wins the game. Your final score, 13-0 in favor of DePere. There will be no 5th inning stretch as they usually have in this game. It's the first game of the tournament that ended early via a 10-run rule, and probably not the game that people would expect to end that way, as the 2 teams will line up to shake hands. I'm trying to find the button here, but they'll call off the winning raffle number here.
Congratulations to our winner.
All right, 13-0. So here's the scoop. DePere will be playing Hopkins tomorrow at 12:30. You can catch that game on Midcoast Sports. And then the championship will feature the winner of DePere and Hopkins against the Post 400 Stars. Once again, your final in 5, 13-0 in favor of DePere. Congrats to DePere, and for those who watched the game from DePere, we thank you for tuning in. We will talk to you tomorrow at, if they don't change the times, the game is scheduled for 3:30 p.m. It'll be the Stars versus either Hopkins or DePere, as DePere and Hopkins will play at approximately 12:30 tomorrow. Check our Twitter feed to see if there's been any changes to the times, and you can follow us at Magnitude SN. That information will pop up here in just a moment. So once again, your final score, 13-0. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. scheduled here on Magnitude Sports.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.